I'm Christopher Titus, and this is the Armageddon Update. Well, the constant barrage of genius coming from the White House.
Person, woman, man, camera, TV.
Gosh, really set the world on fire. And by that, I mean this bankrupt felon rapist is burning it all down around us on the daily.
I love it.
This week, because of the judgment of a man who stared into an eclipse, America was put on the Human Rights Watch list. America is on the list with Iran and China and, you know, every other country who takes women's rights, stops people from voting, and arrests people without charges. Here's what the head of the coalition that monitors this said about us. This is an unparalleled attack on the rule of law in the United States, not seen since the days of McCarthyism in the 20th century. So, you know, freedom! These are Republicans. They're so for freedom of speech that a list of banned words came out that are discouraged at government agencies. Were they words like knob gobbler or butt pirate? Nope. According to the guy who says he wanted to date his daughter,
Perhaps I'd be dating her.
our government can't use words like clean energy, disability, feminism, you know, because Republicans are really afraid of women. Other words banned by Trump: injustice, multicultural, pregnant people, sexuality, and victims. And that's a partial list. And weirdly enough, to honor Trump's best friend, you can still say pedophile. Rest in peace, Jeffrey. I'm sorry. I mean, rest in peace, Jeffrey.
I'd fly over, drop him right on top.
So, we are now living in the beginning of a dystopian Orwellian nightmare that millions of Americans voted for.
For all I know, you're crazy as a loon. But that's not why you're here. That's not why you're here. It's not why you're here. You're here because of the system.
Good game, idiots.
Bye. That's the end of that.
The Trump administration is also investigating 60 colleges and has warned them to not protest. He then sent everyone at Kent State a new hoodie. He said protesting may violate the Civil Rights Act. And I thought, thank God the GOP is finally backing people's civil rights. Yeah. No. The letter from the Office for Civil Rights went to colleges under investigation for alleged violations of Title IV of the Civil Rights Act of 1964 related to anti-Semitic harassment and discrimination. Well, good. Anti-Semitism is wrong. You know, like here.
Jews will not replace us.
Yeah, these anti-Semites, he pardoned these guys after they attacked the Capitol. A young man, Mohammed Khalias, I think that's his name, a Palestinian who is exercising his First Amendment rights and protesting the killing of Palestinians. Well, this last weekend, ICE arrested him on Saturday without telling him or his pregnant U.S. citizen wife why. They said they were revoking his green card, claiming that Khalil had led activities aligned to Hamas. He's in college. He protested the war in Palestine where he was born. He's a Palestinian. But here's the weird part. They didn't charge him with a crime, which is actually against the law. So again, the full of shitness is still in the upper end of the Nazi scale in America currently. On top of all of it, sweet potato Hitler imposed tariffs. Then he rescinded them. Then he imposed them. Then he rescinded them. Then he imposed them. And then he rescinded them.
You press a button. Bing, bong.
He kicked our neighbors, Mexico and Canada, in the crotch. And our neighbors, well, they kicked back. However, the crotch massage that the Russians and Putin are getting from our dear leader.
You're gambling with World War III, and what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country.
Have you said thank you once this entire meeting?
Isn't really stopping this march to a heartwarming nuclear holocaust. So, Trump is screwing our neighbors. He is screwing the economy. He's screwing the First Amendment and screwing the Fourth Amendment to the Constitution. He is also screwing government workers and he's screwing veterans. But yet making sweet, sweet love to all the billionaires and the world's worst dictator.
They want me to use the pump.
America is currently locked in a bad relationship with an evil dementia patient. It is time to 25th Amendment this bitch before we all burn. Have a nice weekend, by the way. I'm Christopher Titus, and this is the Armageddon Update. How is it like every week there's like 7 things? You know, with Biden, we had one thing. Hey, Biden mumble. That's what you should say. Biden mumble.